So recently we did a video on how to pick up a motorcycle, and I basically insinuated that using the techniques that I demonstrated, anyone really should be able to lift up a 200 kilogram motorcycle. But in today's video, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and the wifey is going to try lifting the bike up instead. Alright, let's see how she gets on. So wifey, you watched our video on how to lift up a motorcycle.
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
In theory, the techniques look really good, and I'm thinking even a lightweight like me might be able to do it.
Yes, I mean...
We'll see.
Well, because the main thing you're trying to do is trying to get the motorcycle onto its tyres, and then you're trying to lever the motorcycles off its tyres and upright again. Yeah. So, in theory, you're not picking up the whole weight of the motorcycle, because
that's it.
200 kilograms is an awful lot.
It is a lot.
To lift, let alone trying to pick up a motorcycle, which most of the time aren't exactly the easiest things or the most ergonomic things to grab onto when you're trying to lift it up off the ground.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit stupid, and on the way here I filled up the ZX-9R's fuel tank all the way to the top, and because we wanted to originally shoot this intro with the bike already on its side, but it started leaking fuel. So so instead we are going to drop it as and when we need to, and
preserve fuel that way.
Yeah, exactly. And then well, I'll give you a hand. If you can't lift the motorcycle up, I'll give you a hand. But yeah, I'm pretty confident that you'll be able to do it, but it's a lot.
Okay? It is a lot.
This is heavy compared to your Ninja 125 over there. This is a lot heavier.
And I've never even picked that up. So
okay, but we'll take our time with it. If it leaks a little bit of fuel, then whatever, it's not a big deal. But yeah, let's okay, let's start off by dropping the motorcycle on the floor.
Okay.
And then we can discuss what technique you want to try and use. I think the one that I want you to try out first is the recommended one. Okay. And we'll see if you can lift up the bike that way, because that's the one that everyone should be using, really. I
should disclaim, when I've watched the last video for the first time, he lifted the bike up, what was my reaction? I thought you were going to push it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what an idiot. Obviously you wouldn't, but I did have a moment. Yeah. Okay.
All right, wifey. So I'll demonstrate.
Oh, am I doing the reverse?
Your positioning. All right. So you want to try and get your bum up against the seat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's leaking from the top here.
Oh dear.
There you go. So we try and get your bum up against the seat. You want to grab onto the pillion handle like this, and then as you lift, I want you to push against the bike.
Okay.
All right.
With or without gloves, would you say?
I do it without gloves, personally.
Okay.
All right, I'll stand over here. I think as well, because it's a bit of a hill going this way.
It might help, do you think?
No, I think it's why it's leaking more fuel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right. Yeah, it's leaking from the top.
Talk me through this, step by step, where I need to be.
All right, so...
I will just sit on it.
All right.
Oh, God. I don't know why, but, it's so daunting being next to a bike this size.
So what you've got to try and do is not just lift, but lift and push back.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So am I in the right position?
That's right, but you're going to have to grab onto the handlebar quite tight. You're going to have to grab onto the pillion handle quite tight. Okay?
Oh, it moved. Oh, God.
So you're lifting it up. You're not pushing it away from you.
So moved.
You got to lift towards the bike.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. Just for disclaimer, I have absolutely no upper body strength, so this is quite an interesting one.
Yeah.
Do you want to stand behind me in case suddenly I turn into the Hulk and I
you'll be fine.
Fling it? So, should I be more like?
Yeah, like that.
Like
that's
that.
It. Yeah.
Ugh. Sorry, it is a technique.
It is a technique. Yeah.
I don't want to let womankind down, and I don't want to embarrass myself.
Because with this, you shouldn't be using your arms or your back. It should all be in your legs. Yeah.
Yeah, and I went back to training on Monday for the first time. And what do you do? Legs.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to stand up for a second, hurting my legs sitting like that.
Yeah.
God. I'm so glad you have faith in me. Oh, my knee cracked. Right.
Don't sit on the bike. Just put your bum up against the seat.
Oh, God.
Right, go on, 100% effort.
What do you think I've been doing?
Go on, do it.
Hold on.
Because the more the more you sit in that position, the more uncomfortable it's going to get on your knees. Remember to pull backwards.
Oh. Sorry, my legs are really hurting.
No, can't do it.
I don't know.
Because you're sitting like this for like a good minute before you even lift it.
I know.
You've got to get into that position and go for it.
Okay.
But remember, you're like rowing. Try and row backwards.
Okay. God. Oh.
No. Yeah, you got to brace everything.
I know.
Get your bum up against the bike.
It is up against the bike.
So this is where you might want some help to do this.
No.
No?
No, I'm struggling with that.
Okay. Let's try the other technique then. Right? Because that technique there is the recommended one. Right? So I'll show you. Fuel everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I put my hand on.
Right? So, I'm actually sitting on the bike here.
You are?
And lifting up like this. Okay?
I wasn't doing that.
Okay. Then that'll be the next thing for you to try.
Okay.
Okay?
Do you want to leave the bike up for a sec? Because it's losing a lot of fuel.
I mean, I'm going to lose fuel anyway. So
True.
it doesn't really matter. But like,
Just gives me a breather.
Because from here you can sit on it and you can balance the motorcycle like this. You know? Alright? So it's a little bit easier to control once it's upright, rather than it going all the way back the other way.
That's like some Cirque du Soleil shit you're doing there, like you're moving around on the bike.
But to be honest with you, I mean, either of the techniques is fine. I suppose it depends if you've got more strength or less strength. But
let's try where I'm sitting a bit higher up then.
Okay.
If you're happy to. Is it scarier putting it down like that?
You know what? It's actually a little bit easier.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So there you go, lifting up a motorcycle and putting it back down again is easier like that. So I was sitting basically on here, giving myself, just straighten my legs out as much as possible. No. You got to keep your bum on it.
Okay.
Well, if you're lifting your bum off it, it's not.
Where do I sit though? Like exactly where do I sit?
I'll show you.
Just because.
Like that. Okay, because then I'm pushing up against it with my bum.
Right. God.
You're sitting too far up. About there, yeah. So no, you're sliding off of it. If you're sliding off the seat, it means you're sitting too high up. Sit down a little bit more. Right, that's it. Try that.
Oops.
You're nearly there, because what you're doing is correct. You're straightening your knees,
yeah.
Which is what you need to try and do. Well, what your grip? How's your grip doing?
Well, my hand's hurting a little bit here.
Okay.
But not as much as my legs are.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
It's not.
No, it's not easy.
I'd say let's try on that bike, but that bike hasn't got anywhere to hold on to, so we won't be doing it on that one.
Well, and it hasn't got any frame slide as well.
That's true. Okay, just give it a sec. So the petrol's giving me a slight headache.
But this is kind of worst case scenario.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, ideally you'd have other people around that can help you lift it.
Well, yeah. Those if you're stranded or like you've got no one around.
But I mean, as a rule of thumb, if you're going to ride around a motorcycle, I wouldn't personally recommend riding a motorcycle that you couldn't lift.
Oh yeah.
Off the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I thought I'd be able to do it.
It's harder than it looks, right?
It's really, the thing is, when you see someone do it, you're like, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at it and actually, like, the closer you are, the bigger it is. And I know that sounds really stupid, but the closer you are, the bigger it is.
It's heavy. It's a heavy bike.
Yeah, and then you're trying to lift it. Yeah. And this thing weighs like 2 times more than I do.
Yes, well, nearly 3 times more.
Nearly 3 times more than I weigh.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
just for reference, I weigh currently about 91 kilograms.
Yeah.
You weigh what, about 70?
Can't disclose that. Well, yeah, about 70.
70, 72, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and this is 200 kilograms. It's not a lightweight motorcycle,
No, it's a lot.
so to speak. And this is a sport bike as well.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts, wifey? Do you want to try it the other way?
Yeah, let's go to the other way and see if I can do that.
Okay.
If I can do at least one, I will feel really good about myself. Oh, got the squeaking.
All right. So the other technique is literally just as I was lowering it down, it's exactly the same in reverse, right? So get your knees up against it, right? And then as you lift forward.
Okay.
Okay.
So where do my knees need to go? Sorry, just so I can be.
So put one of your knees next to the tank, one of
Yeah.
your knees on the pillion seat,
Okay.
right? Then grab and lift forward. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't worry so much about where your knees are. All right.
This one or this one?
That's it. No, right. Okay. Stop. Because you're lifting your knees and your back is staying where it is.
Okay.
Right?
It's really hard to think about everything you need to do at once.
Yeah, I know. Does help if you've done some deadlifts at the gym,
Which I haven't done.
which you haven't done.
I haven't done. I'm too piddly. Right. Okay.
Hand the other way around, like this. That's it.
And but the piddly one as well, the other way around.
Same as well, yeah.
I'm just moving it that way.
Yep. Come on, darling, you're making me look bad.
You made the statement, not me. Okay.
No, I insinuated.
You insinuated.
So you need to, I think, lower your knees a little bit more. Bend your knees a tad.
I can't. They keep locking up when I do. Okay.
Come on, darling. Come on. You can do this.
So I just need a sec.
Okay. Well, shall we go through some techniques? If you're doing this on your own and you want some help,
Yes.
how can someone else help you?
Yes, let's do that.
All right. So, I mean, the very first thing is that if you find a bloke, get them to hold on here at the handle.
Okay.
All right. And the lighter person hold on to the pillion handle.
Should we do that then? Do you
Right,
need to move
yeah,
the,
we can do that.
do you want to move the camera?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. All right. So what I'm going to do as the person who's assisting, I'm going to hold on to the handlebar here, and I'm going to hold on to the fuel tank.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you want to, you can hold on to both of the pillion handles and lift. All
Okay.
right. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And up it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, now from here, I don't know anything about motorcycles. So I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't move.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? That's it. There you go, and it's down. Good job. This is puking fuel. Isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I was like, why is the bike
We've
wet?
got one puddle there, one puddle there, one puddle there, one puddle there, and a load on the tank.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think, well, concluding this this little experiment, I think we'll say that if you are a lady
With no upper body strength.
and you're riding a motorcycle that is 200 kilograms or more, if you drop it, make sure you have someone else on hand to help you pick it back up again.
I'm gonna go and get ripped, and then I'll come back and do it. I'm gonna get hinged.
Well, look, we can probably try the same thing on your Ninja 125 at some point
Yeah, put some.
when we've got some frame sliders on that one.
Yeah.
We can try doing it with that and see if there's a different result.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So even when I dropped it, because I didn't know what I was doing, I just stood staring at it.
I picked
and you
it up.
picked it up, so I didn't even pick it up at that point.
Yeah. I
So
lifted it,
yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, if you've got someone else with you that is a bit
Yeah.
stronger, then why not let them do it, or at least help them with it?
I'm gonna make a slight amendment to what you said.
Okay.
Maybe not. I think it depends on your fitness and your strength as if you can do it. Not necessarily just if you're a lady.
Maybe. I mean, maybe if you are a shorter lady, then maybe it would be a little bit easier as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
It all depends. But Yeah, I mean, we all thought going into this that the wifey would be able to do this.
Yeah, I had like no like hesitation. I was like, I'll be able to do it, fine. We'll show that I'm going to do it, but
because you managed to lift the bike up onto the tyres.
yeah,
That's the very first step. I
Yeah.
think with more practice you could probably get it.
yeah,
But after that, it's not a case of lifting up the bike. It's more a case of pushing it forward
yeah,
rather than lifting.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's how it's supposed to be done. You push on the tyres. The tyres will grip the motorcycle to the ground.
and then you use that as leverage.
You're using that as leverage. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think what we'll do is we'll try it again at some point. We'll do it on that bike. Point to my 125 for anyone who can't see what I'm doing.
over there.
Yeah, there it is. And we'll try it on that one. See, and we'll get some flame striders. I was about to say frame sliders.
Frame sliders. Yeah.
Yeah. Try it on that. Get used to that. The technique maybe, and then we'll come back and try this.
Try this again.
This beautiful beast that she is.
Challenge is accepted. I mean, the thing is, though, is that you never expect to drop a motorcycle to begin with,
No.
and I actually think this is quite a valuable skill to have.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If you drop the bike, knowing how to pick it back up again
Yeah.
is pretty important, in my opinion. So, I mean, the problem is, where would you practice this stuff? I don't know if at
Yeah.
training centres, if they would allow you to do this kind of
Don't
thing.
know.
I don't know, but it's something that is. I mean, you never want it to happen, but when it does happen, it's a good learning experience.
Yeah, but it's also the reason we brought this bike though, isn't it? To be able
is,
to practice those sorts of things for situations we don't expect to happen, but we might find ourselves in one day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if I don't know, I don't know what to recommend here. I was going to say, like, if you've got a friend or someone who has a motorcycle with big frame sliders and they know that the motorcycle isn't going to get damaged if you put it on the ground, whether or not they will let you pick it back up again.
Yeah.
And so you get a little bit of practice. I don't know. It's because no one will willingly let you drop their bike, you know?
No,
So
we're quite
it's-
fortunate in that respect.
It's difficult for me to give recommendations on how you can practice this, but honestly, if you practice deadlifts at the gym, you will be able. This will be easier, a lot easier. If you practice deadlifts, you'll be able to do this.
Well, I know what I'll be doing then for
Yeah,
foreseeable, getting my strength up.
because it's not just the strength in your legs,
No.
it's strength in your grip. So you could get those like grip strength things,
Yeah.
like the springs on them,
Yeah.
and gradually build up your grip strength as well. Or you can do like pull-ups and stuff if you're able.
Yeah.
Because that also increases your grip strength. But yeah, okay. I think even though you weren't able to lift the bike up, as I kind of insinuated in the previous video, I still think this was a good experience for you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I think it's a good way of giving everyone kind of a bit more detail on what to expect.
But it's not just that. Like, even as a motorist, not a motorcyclist, if you see someone who's dropped their bike,
That's true.
I now know that I can say, look, I can hold the handle or I can put it up this way. What do you need? And I can help someone now
That's true.
and know that I'm not going to get in the way. So it has been valuable in that sense.
And another kind of leading on from that as well, that if you do encounter a motorcyclist that's dropped their motorcycle, they're not necessarily going to know how to pick it up either.
Well, no, exactly.
So in that case, you can give them pointers and you can tell them how to do it. But
Yeah. And then send them to Goblin Ride channel to watch the video.
Absolutely. All right. Anyway, thank you ever so much, wifey, for giving this a go. I really appreciate the effort.
This is to be continued, though. This is
Yeah,
not the end.
Yeah. This will be like, well, this is a part 2 technically from the first video.
There will be a
so-
part 3. Not sure
so
when,
we'll have a,
but there
we'll
will
have
be a
look.
part 3.
We'll have a look at what we can sort out to see if we can get the wifey picking up some motorcycles. But
Yeah.
anyway, all right. So we set a like goal on this one. What do we think? Shall we say 50?
Yeah.
Let's say 50 likes. Let's try and get 50 likes on this video. And as always, if this has helped you out, this video in any way, then get subscribed, leave that like, and let us know down in the comment section what you think.
Yeah, and also if you've got other challenges where you think actually you want us to try, or you think Goblin's shown something and you want to see if an average Josephine like me can do it, then yeah, put them in and we'll see what we can do.
Good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know down in the comment section.
Because if nothing else, it's absolutely hilarious to watch, I'm sure. So yeah.
That is too true. Entertainment
Yeah, that's
value.
what we're here for, isn't it?
That's it. Anyway, thank you ever so much, everyone, for watching all the way to the end. As I said earlier, leave a like, get subscribed, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.
Bye.